Hi, I'm Vas. Today, I'm going to talk about improving your memory and creativity. Now, some of us are born with good memory. And those with good memory normally are not so creative. And some of us have got bad memory. And those who got bad memory are normally creative. And others, maybe, they think that they are not creative and not having good memory at the same time. And they live miserable lives. You see, I was born with a bad memory. It was so difficult for me to memorize things. I just had to work so hard while others find it so easy. But I didn't know why I had that problem. But, well, if I go and find out why I had that problem, it wouldn't make any more sense. I found out when I was 46 years old, while learning NLP, that I could instantly improve my memory and creativity by a simple process. And it's a study within NLP. You see, Richard Bandler and John Grinder, while studying human beings, while they were researching about NLP, they understood that when we communicate, when we're talking, as you know, my eyes, you've been observing, I've always been moving my eyes and I'm thinking. Men cannot look in one direction all the time when they're talking and thinking. They have to move their eyeballs to access parts of their brain to process information and to communicate. And so this is what they found. And so, you know, NLP always get bashed up by psychology because psychology was there for a long time. And then NLP came into the picture about 40 years ago. And so you may have psychologists not believing that eye accessing cues, you know, these eye patterns that I'm talking about, really works. So Richard Bandler called a psychologist and said, hey, come, let me talk to you. And while the psychologist was in the presence of Richard Bandler, he asked the psychologist a question. Where did you buy the tie from? And the psychologist went like this. So he asked, why did you move your eyes in that direction? Was the tie up there, hanging in the wall or something? And he said, no. Did I move my eyes? Exactly, you moved your eyes. So when you moved your eyes, what did you picture? You went to the place where you bought your tie, didn't you? So that's the reason, that's how you can tell me where you bought the tie. You see, human beings cannot keep their eyes still. But then, how do you know how you are structured so that you can improve your memory and creativity? You see? So there is a process in NLP and a study called neurophysiology or eye patterns or eye accessing cues. When you study that, we put you through a psychometric tool. When you have done the psychometric test, you would know how your brain is structured, right-hander or left-hander or ambidextrous. And when you identify that, then you would know your natural structure. And that natural structure could be messed up because you didn't know this from the very beginning. It could have messed you up, and therefore, which is how I had a bad memory for some reason. I don't want to find out why. So when I learned this, that very evening I went back and I contemplated. I made some big change. I made some big commitment to myself. I said, I am going to take what I learned and improve my memory immediately. You know, when I found that I need to do something with my eyes, like for example, I had to move my eyes to the left to get my memory, it was so difficult because my muscles here were hardwired. They were not flexible anymore. It took me about 2 months to get the flexibility for my memory to completely come back. You know, nowadays, I'm so afraid of myself because when you say something, I know exactly what you say. And I'm very critical because I hear everything and I remember everything. On the one hand, it is good because I'm still studying. On the other hand, I get very critical. Now you decide whether you want to be forgetful or you want to be intelligent. So that's how my memory improved. And the other thing is this. We learned from this guy called Disney. And Disney has got this process called the dreamer. And how does he do it? So he gets people to look up to the right. When you look up there, you realize that you access the creative cortex of your brain, and there you can build castles in the sky to come up with some awesome ideas about some projects that you need to do. So, you see, The way we move our eyes activates aspects of our brain that allows us to improve our memory and creativity, feelings, hearing, and so forth. So if you want to really know about this and totally become more intelligent because you're more creative and with a good memory, I want you to seriously consider exploring the study of eye accessing cues in NLP. And your bad memory and creativity will be a thing of the past. Never to have to think about it forever for the rest of your life. And taking this, understanding this, you will immediately be able to go and apply it with your child who might be in school today and improve their lives immediately. Now, bad memory, bad creativity, a thing of the past. Welcome aboard.